Oh man, turn 1 Delver, can't lose. Turn 1 Delver on the play. Let's see what we're playing against. We don't have any turn 2 plays. Well, I mean, don't have any. We can't do any of our 2-mana plays, and Spire Golem just looks dead. This deck is insane to me. This deck is actually insane to me. Like the Lynx, if you are at work and you're listening on headphones, keep me in the loop about the audio fuzz. Hopefully I fixed it. I tried super hard to find a fix, so hopefully it's gone. All right, let's Delver of Secrets team. And then next turn we'll use some of our card filtering to set it up, I guess, probably. Come on, be a stompy matchup. 9 seconds is a little rough. There's no one else using Wi-Fi in my house either. That's a little slow for me, but I mean, it happens. At least it's not like a minute and a half, I guess, or something. It does. Oh my god, is this Affinity again? No! I guess it could be, for God's sakes, man. Blind Flip Delver. Nah, everyone gets to listen to me? Sweet. My velvety voice. Okay, so we're not going to reveal that. Okay, so I think Ponder is probably our best bet. We just want to go as deep as we can here to try to flip our Delver on time. I guess we could go to... Oh, Daze, cool. But Daze has to be the card we use to flip. So we want to put Daze 2 down. We probably want to draw Island. So let's go Augur, Daze, Island, and don't shuffle. Play Island, and we don't want to preordain and ruin our thing that we did. So let's pass the turn, and then I guess we can, like, as much as I don't want to, we could like Vapor Snag back our own Delver or something, but I don't see why that's necessary. I think if they could like explode here and play a 4/4, I think a Vapor Snag on a 4/4 is just fine, especially if they're not spending their time removing our Delver. So that's what we're gonna wait on. I hope everyone enjoys listening to me. Hi everyone at Lynx's work. Hope you guys are having a fantabulous night over there in Lynx Town. But like, what are you talking about, man? This weird guy shouting about losing. Turn him off. Snag Germ. If they play, if they had it on the stack. Yeah, this 9-second delay is killing me. Oh, daggers. Oh, I feel like a dummy. You had it. You had the play. Ah. Okay, well, I'm gonna snag Germ anyway. It's okay. It's okay. That's my fault. I should have anticipated that. But if they, I don't know, I'm still kind of like half okay with that. I'm going to probably just Augur here. But yeah, that was bad. That's how you play it. Whiff on Augur. Good. Good. I deserved that. Pass the turn, leave up a Daze. Don't know if it's going to catch anything here. Probably not. I guess if they play 1 mana for anything. Whoa, Ancient Den, huh? Do they play white mana? Oh, baby. Got him. Well, at least we got him once. Maybe they wouldn't have felt as confident playing that ATOG if we hadn't have messed up. We're creating chaos. Yeah, they didn't know about Daze. Oh, they sent me a message. I'm not going to check. I kind of feel like that's in bad taste when you're streaming and doing all that stuff. No, I'm too curious. Vicious. I love you, opponent. Shall we counterspell Frogmite? We don't really care about Frogmite. Go ahead, play your Frogmite. And what's this? Chromatic Star? Sure. We have counterspell up here. I wouldn't mind them playing something relevant. I guess Frogmite was kind of relevant. I can start attacking through Augur by equipping it. There's Mirror Enforcer. Okay. Sweet. Oh, is this Metallic Rebuke, though? Okay, it's not Metallic Rebuke. Good. Good. Oh, they just have an... Oh, okay, that's good. That's also great. Sweet. I hate this. I hate playing against Affinity. God. We just don't have a dog in this race anymore. Oh, that dog don't hunt. Okay, let's try to find... Oh, there's a Vapor Snag. Okay, I'll put a Vapor Snag on top, and I'll bottom Spell Stutter because I want to try to find a land next turn. We will probably Vapor Snag this Mirror Enforcer about as soon as they can't get any value off replaying it. So we'll just pass. Oh, man. I feel like I must have... Even though I did play... That was a bad play when I didn't Vapor Snag the Germ with Drum on the stack. That I feel like we would have been super far ahead. We would have been mega far ahead. They haven't played any mega. We would have been mega far ahead. They haven't played any other removal spells. So I can't just blame it on them playing a really good deck. I'll remember that for sure. Like, that almost might have been greedy. There goes Star doing a bit of digging. Feeling like a Carapace Forger is on the way. Man, yeah, this deck is super hard to play. There is a Carapace Forger. That's okay, I guess. Just, you know, a bunch of 4/4s. No big deal. And they're going to be able to attack through our Augur with this Flare Husk. No, they're not going to use that mana to do that. They're just going to play a Prophetic Prism, tap their Summoning Sick Dork. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So recasting Mirror Enforcer is super easy for them here, so I'm just going to let them hit me for 6. That's how that's going to go. Play loose, get beat. I guess that's how it's going to be. Okay, end of their turn, I'm going to Vapor Snag this Mirror Enforcer to stem the beats somewhat. We find another land like we were looking for. We can't really counter anything relevant with Spell Stutter Sprite next turn. I almost think we want to find something else with Augur of Bolas. Like we would just want to go digging for some more filtering again. And I don't know that we attack for 1. If we attack for 1, they can get in with their Frogmite. Did I let them get in with their Frogmite for free? I'm an idiot. I'm a straight up dummy. So let's play Augur of Bolas. Yeah, man. Mondays are weird. Okay. I guess what I was thinking was I'm not going to block. Okay, we want so where do we want Preordain? On the bottom. So let's do this, this, and this. Yeah, Mondays are weird, team. Yeah. The way my thought process worked was it's like, okay, don't block that Mirror Enforcer. And then I didn't. But I also didn't block anything. Okay, they're going to go to attacks with just the Carapace Forger. I am going to block this time. Let's go to blocks. We don't have any answers for it. We're going to have to just try to get down or keep our health as high as possible. Keep our hit points as high as possible. Our opponent's probably having a pretty good giggle to themselves right now. 3 Mirror Enforcers, ahoy. And another Carapace Forger. Jeez, look at how many friggin' big things I have. I think that's probably just game. I might as well just scoop here. Like, but you know what I mean though? Like, how good... actually, Hydroblast would have been pretty good. How good is Hydroblast in this game though? You know what I mean? Like, what do I bring in? Okay, so we can, like, I don't know, like land... Spire Golem, Delver, do a bunch of chump blocking. They have 0 cards in hand. But we just don't get ourselves out of this, right? Like we have 2 Vapors, so we have 2 Vapor Snags left. How many turns can we stall out by blocking? Like 1. We can block and like take lethal. I mean, maybe we shouldn't even show them the Spire Golem. I think we're just going to scoop it up. We've given them enough information. We've given them enough. Okay, so let's for one, let's play a little bit smarter. Yeah, you have Gorilla Shaman, and yeah, I don't have Gorilla Shaman. I miss Gorilla Shaman a lot. Curfew would probably. Oh, whoa! What just happened to my sideboard? Converted mana cost. Okay, so. Maybe we do. So I'll trust you here, Link. So let's bring in Hydroblasts, and do we bring in all the annuls? I feel like Hydroblasts and annuls are something that we want to be doing. Maybe we go down a couple of counter spells and go down a couple of brainstorms because I think we're the control deck here. Probably go down 2 dazes because if we're going to beat them, we want to beat them on tempo. Might even go down all of the dazes. I feel like Hydroblast might be stuck in our hands sometimes, but We found a way to work 3 Annuls and 4 Hydroblasts into our deck, so... I don't know, though. Like, I feel like 4 Hydroblasts is way too many. I really do. Just break Moto and then comp the league. It's easy. This week on Net Benefits, we straight up cheat our way into money. I'm going to take out 2 of these Hydroblasts for Curse of Chains. I know you're going to be super upset about it. But I guess if we are casting 2 Curse of Chains, we're probably just dead anyway. So maybe I do want the 3rd Hydroblast, because that really puts them... If we... then maybe I want the counter spells back. Maybe I want more counters. Maybe I'm being a little too reactive with this. Maybe I want to try to be a little more proactive and just play better. Yeah. Huh, team. Okay, so... Vapor Snag isn't that great, right? They can just replay... You'd cut counters? Vapor Snag out? Yeah, I feel like I could do like one less Vapor Snag for sure. And maybe just bring counter back in. Or Daze. Like, putting them off their first 2-drop is kind of important. But I think I just want counter back in. Yeah, maybe take out 2 counters for... Or 2 Vapor Snags for 2 straight counters. Or maybe... I don't know about... I already have the one. My logic behind not having that many Curse of Chains is like... Well, you know what? I got nowhere. Oh, shit. Demonetized. I haven't gotten anywhere taking my own advice. So this way we've got Hydroblasts, we've got Annuls. Maybe I go down 1 Annull, 1 Vapor Snag. We'll bring in Curse of Chains, and we'll bring in another Hydroblast. And then that way we kind of have like an all-encompassing thing going on. Could have just mutilated this deck. Oh, Joe. Have a good weekend. I'm back playing The Sims there on Thursday. Thanks so much for dropping in anyway. I really appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. And hopefully I'll see you on Thursday night for The Sims. If you have any suggestions just to like any games you want to see and just come hang out, I would totally do that. You're here all the time. I feel like I more than owe you. 2 Delvers seems pretty okay. 2 Delvers and a Hydroblast for their combo. I'm going to keep. Hopefully we can just flip these baddies and get off to the races. Yeah, it's pretty much like, have you ever seen X-Men? It's kind of like that. Opponent's on turn 1 island, which is good for us. Means they're not going to hurt our Delver. Counterspell, yes, baby. Okay, so do that. Play out our Delver, because we can answer the ATOG if it hits the board. We don't have any Annuls or anything to think about. There's no Dazes to worry about. We're not going to be like countering or anything. It's pretty close. It's pretty close to being true. All right, let's see what our opponent has here. Frogmite. I'm okay with that. Frogmite isn't as good as a 3-2 in the air. So our clock's still faster than theirs, and I think that's very important to us. Annull entered the zone. Woo, we're doing it. We're the blind flip party people. All right, go attacking, do this. We can counter a removal spell with our Hydroblasts too. This just seems very hard to beat. I think Yorkshire Pudding Time Lapse. I know it's a good idea. Maybe I'll play some Dallas Green, like the most famous Yorkshire Pudding Time Lapse video on Facebook. We all know how popular that one is. All right, let's see what our opponent does here. They Thought Cast, draw some cards. I think we do counter a removal spell on a Delver here. Like the tempo gain there is just so good. Yeah, Yorkshire Pudding Time Lapse. That was a weird night. We watched a good 6 time lapses. Counter target spell if it's red. Got him. And maybe, I don't know if they were just trying to bluff like a... They're going to sneak out a, I don't know. Yeah, maybe another... Not that worried about a Frogmite, honestly. Opponent's going to get in for 2 probably. Can't block Delver anyway. Does anybody remember? It was ages ago. Like, it was a very long time ago. We were playing... oh, yes. Lynx, you're totally right. I feel invincible now with these Hydroblasts. If they're playing Frogmites and I have a Null and Hydroblast in hand, I feel like they just can't do anything. Like, I feel like I might just go down the curses for more Annulls and Hydroblasts. Like, I just... 1 mana, 2 flip Delvers. They only have 1 red, as far as I know. Now they have 2 red, which is pretty bad. But even Hydroblasting the first one is okay. Oh, I don't know if I want to now, though. Yeah, I will. I'll Hydroblast the first one, because then we just win next turn. You watched them? Did you watch the most famous one with the Dallas Green? Oh, City in Color. That's what he was called. With the City in Color backing track, the most famous one. I feel like they have 2 Galvanic Blasts here. Oh no, they don't. Is this going to be Carapace Forger? I wonder if this is going to be Carapace Forger. They can't blast both of our... I think we just win. I like straight up think we just win. There's Carapace Forger. Don't care about that. And they're going to get in for 4. You did. Yeah, it's kind of weird, right? Like, it is the most popular one. Her other video with like the snail crawling on the back of the chair, that's a wild ride. I'm telling you. That is a wild, wild ride. And I want to get off quite frequently. Okay, so let's pass the turn through. We're just gonna do it here. Here it comes. They're gonna try to Pyroblast. We will Hydroblast their Pyroblast. Counter target spell if it's red. They don't have any other way to generate mana, so I believe that's game. Does this have reach? Oh yeah, no, there's a ton of them there. There's a ton of them there, and it's like bizarrely interactive. So I'm gonna get in the Annuls and the Hydroblasts. Oh, we already have all the Hydroblasts, huh? Yeah, we have all the Hydroblasts. Annuls are in now. Kind of want to look at like what isn't in our deck right now. What are we sacrificing on the draw? Yeah, I feel like being good at this deck requires doing so many reps that you do okay on the draw. I'm just gonna update our record really quick. Got another 1-1 on there. I'm really bad at that. I'm glad you did the Gambit. I'm glad I'm not the only person in the whole universe who watched a bunch of like Yorkshire pudding time lapses. I bet that was pretty intense. I know Vapor Snags are bad now. Annuls, Hydroblasts, Counterspells, and Spell Stutter Sprites are a pretty diverse set of control spells that we can use. We're on the draw, so I almost feel like we want our dazes again. Like maybe we want 1 daze over a Hydroblast, but then we have to get pretty lucky. Little variance going on. Maybe we take out a Gush and a Hydroblast. Oh, we have 1 spot left. Okay, sweet. Bring in the daze. Bring in the daze for the Curse of Chains. But maybe that's not even good. I kind of liked the one Curse of Chains. Like it's an answer, a one-time answer. It doesn't do anything to ATOG. They have like 100 4/4s. Yeah, I actually don't know if Curse of Chains is good here. I almost think we have to bring back in Brainstorm so that we can flip Delver at instant speed on turn 2. Maybe we actually, yeah, so let's go down a Ponder for a Brainstorm and bring back in 1 daze so we can try to put them off a 2-drop. I could even maybe go down 1 more Ponder, but I don't want to. All right, thinking too much about sideboarding. Probably I'm going to mutilate it even more. Just mutilate the deck. All right, so let's see what you got for us. Robots. Show me what you have, robots. Oh, can't lose. Look at all this. This is nuts. This hand is also bad. They're keeping 7, so they're going to do about 100 things. If they give us 1 turn, if it's like just slow enough that we can start countering their 7 drops with counter spells, and we can kill the first ATOG with this, we're definitely not Fairy Miscreanting. It's okay if you found them as interesting as I did. We can be good friends. We can discuss Pudding of the Gods. I actually think I might keep this. All you experienced Delver players out there might think differently. You can chime in now or forever hold your peace, but I'm thinking about keeping it. The Yorkshire Pudding videos just made me hungry. Legitimately, like, they made me hungry. There's that donut one that was kind of interesting. I liked that. Anybody watching this on YouTube later, just give a Google to Yorkshire Pudding time lapse. I think I am gonna keep this. It's not trivial. It's hard. If they give us 1 turn to start countering 7 drops, though, we're in good shape. So I'm gonna keep it. Had to do a little bit more thinking than I would have liked to about that, which means maybe it isn't good. I feel like this deck really telegraphs when a hand is good enough. Turn 1 island, I can live with that. There is a Flare Husk. Daze would be pretty sweet here. Oh, God. Let's pass the turn. Oh, really? I think, see, Fairy on 1 feels, and this is this is a questionable thing to me too. Fairy on 1 felt especially good to me when they can play out another artifact and a Frogmite. That means we might actually get an extra turn to get this counterspell down and start countering our 4-drops, which is awesome. There's an Augur of Bolas, but I'm not going to play it right now. I feel like Fairy is a lot of the strength in turn 1 Fairy. Oh, cheese pulls. What is that? A whole new world. I feel like turn 1 Fairy is made a lot better by Ninja of the Deep Hours, but that's coming from a person who's played approximately, less than a dozen matches with this deck. Ichor Wellspring. My goodness. Yeah. There's no ninjas in this list. So this is the challenge list that doesn't run ninjas. Which is just like, it's insane to me, but there's Frogmite. Do we care about Frogmite? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 7th artifact, but they still have enough mana to play Mirror Enforcer, so I'm not going to counter it. We'll let it go. We will play Fairy next turn. I know, I know it's crazy. There was a good discussion on the Discord about that as well, like whether or not you should be playing. Oh my god, there's so many lands for how many lands we play in this deck. Let's play Fairy Miscreant and pass. Don't do it unless you want to eat. I always want to eat, Joe. But yeah, there was a really good discussion on the Discord about whether or not you should. I hope they think we have Spellstutter Sprite, and they play a huge beater, and then we counterspell it. Or they play like Atog, and then go all in, and we just Hydroblast their Fling. Or we just counterspell their Fling. No, I always want to eat, period. Yes, we're in Game 3, Select TV, which also rhymes. It's 1-1. I'm up against Affinity. It's looking a little grim. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14... 16, 18. I'm going to counter this 4-4. Do we lose to Atog Fling that way? 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 4. Oh, they can't generate the mana anyway. Unless they go land Atog Fling. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14, 16, 18. Land Atog Fling kills us there. But so does a bunch of 4-4s when we're not doing anything, so I think we have to risk this. So you try countering Fling, you need enough mana to respond, Dispel or whatever, Pyroblast. Yeah, well, they only have 4 mana left here, so I'm not super worried about that. They're going to go digging here, which is a really good sign for us. They only had 4, so if they went land, Atog, they would only have enough mana to cast Atog and Fling. They wouldn't be able to cast Pyroblast. They only had 4 mana left over, we were still dead to Atog Fling. So maybe that wasn't correct. I was really taking... Yeah. That's true. Oh my goodness! How many... Oh, man. There's 2 Brainstorms in this list. I think it really is... like maybe... I can't believe they played another 4-4 there. Like, I'm so deep on tilt right now. I think maybe they are all in on the Flip Delver plan, and like if you don't find your Delvers, I really don't feel like I'm doing a whole lot. Okay, so we're kind of beyond countering 4-4s here, I think. I don't know how we deal with 4-4s now. Oh, I don't have my own personal Discord, but maybe I'll start one. I'll throw one up there tonight. Just a real... Now that's net benefits, Chippy Stick. Maybe I'll get a Discord on the go here shortly. I think we're gonna play a 2-mana Spire Golem here and leave up our counters again. Although leaving up 2 counters here seems like kind of the best thing we can be doing, because they might have. Yeah, maybe I'll make a Discord and then we can just all hang out there. In the meantime, it's one of those things, right? Like I try not to be as vain as possible. Ego has been has led to my failure on too many occasions for me to just let that go. But yeah, that's why I didn't make. Yeah, we don't have snaps in this deck either. Which is it's a bizarre list, and it's really odd to me that it keeps winning. Yep, you can play the uncommon printing in Pauper. Like you can play it online in Pauper, so long as it relates to legality. You can still play the uncommon version. Just to go back to the whole Discord thing, I didn't want to be like too vain and make a Discord and be like, you guys should all hang out in my Discord instead of other Discords, but I think I genuinely think it's a good idea, and that is something I would love to do. I know, right? Like, Snap seems like a pretty good play. Preordained, there's another Spire Golem, so I guess we could just put a clock on and hopefully put enough blockers in our opponent's way. We got a 1-mana Spire Golem here, so I think we will do that. Let's attack with our flyers and take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, down to 7, 8, down to 6. Yeah, okay. So we have to block with, we're gonna block this with Fairy Miscreant next turn, and oh my goodness, you're right. I think we're going to chump it next turn, though. I think we're going to chump it with Fairy Miscreant. Because we can still counter a Galvanic Blast with Hydroblast, I guess, but we have to leave Hydroblast up. This is so complicated! Perilous Research. There's a draw 3. There you go. Draw some cards. Yeah, actually... This many Spire Golems is pretty good against the Stompy Mirror Enforcer version. it's that 9-minute delay killing me. I think Discord's a good idea too. I really do. All right, so we are going to go chumping with our Fairy Miscreant. We don't have any Spell Stutters that really care about it right now, and we rather trade it than a Spell Spire Golem or a Spire Golem. A Spell Spire Stutter, Spire Spread Fairy. Your brother is a mono blue fairy player. Okay, so we can still counter a Fling with our Hydroblast, unless they have like Atog, Fling, Pyroblast in their hand, I guess. Ooh, that's pretty bad. I guess we would try to counter Atog if that's the case. So they have to waste their Pyroblast right now if they don't have Fling. Standard Bearer, gosh, okay. So we can't blow up the Atog anymore. But so we don't really care about Standard Bearer. We're not playing Cursive Chains or anything. I think we're getting to the point where we are just going to start blocking with Spire Golems. Yeah, I think Discord's a good idea too, Joe. That's something I absolutely want to look into. All right, do you have the... I think they must have the Pyroblast. I don't think they would cast this Atog if they didn't. So we'll have to... They don't have it. Okay, that's good news. Because now we can block this mirror... Oh, no, we can't because of Flare Husk. 2 Flare Husks. The 6 land draw daggers. The 6 land draw daggers. There's a Preordain. There goes a Delver, which very well may have been our chance to get back into this. But we are going to keep going. We're not going to make our land drop yet for no apparent reason. Keep digging. Spell Stutter Sprite does pretty much actual nothing. I guess it... Yeah, I can't counter anything. Why did I put it on top? That should have been digging for a counterspell. Yeah, Standard Bearer. Yes, Standard Bearer. Splashing white for Standard Bearer, which is interesting. They seem to be doing a pretty alright job of it. We don't have a lot of plays here. I almost want... So I'm going to play out this land. Yeah, for Snap or Vapor Snag on Atog. That didn't make sense, but I've heard Adrian from Color Commentary say this before. I feel like Affinity's weakest point is its mana, like its colors of mana. If you can screw their mana base, like if you had a Gorilla Shaman here and you could like blow up, you know, just a few low cost things, like if you even just had a few mana, you could do a lot of work, right? Are we going to triple block Mirror Enforcer? I believe we are. So they're going to make their Frogmite into an honorary 4/4. Isn't very bad. We are going to double block this Mirror Enforcer this time. Or maybe, no, let's double block the Frogmite, because then they have to spend mana re-equipping the Flare Husks. So let's do it like that. If we take 4, we go down to 9, which isn't double Galvanic Blast. A double Galvanic Blast turn. I guess they can Gal Blast one of these Spire Golems, but we're almost okay with that, rather than it going to our face. Yeah, I guess we can Spell Stutter Spread a Galvanic Blast too. So we're not in the worst shape for... Yep. We're not in the worst shape for Galvanic Blast right now. There's a Gush. Could this be the all-encompassing get us back from behind card? Let's find out. What do we gush into? Fairy Miscreant. We'll just play that straight out. Lot of lands, man. Lot of lands in this deck. Or we've seen a lot of lands in our top cards. Are we so they'll probably just spend enough mana to get this Mirror Enforcer through our Spire Golem, so I believe we're going to chump it with Augur next turn. We're not going to chump it with Fairy Miscreant because Spellstutter can still do work against Atoq. Or Fling for that matter. We might even wait for the Fling, I guess. I don't know if we wait for the Fling. I think we go right on the Atoq and see if they have the Pyroblast. Because we're bad against Pyroblast on either occasion. Oh my goodness, man. Their beaters are so big. We'll save ourselves from 4 damage here by putting the Augur in the way. 11 minutes on clock. Let's see if they have... Well, 2 Galvanic Blast still doesn't do it. Okay, they're gonna pass. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk to you. Play again. Or play land. And... I don't see... We have drawn a lot of lands. There's only 16 lands in this deck. This is a 60-card deck with 16 lands. I find it very hard. Joe over there. She's getting in. She's getting in the magic talk. All right, I think we just double block this Standard Bearer and take 4. Oh no, you know what? We shouldn't have, because now we can't Fairy Miscreant, or we can't Spellstutter Sprite anything. It was there's probably a lot of cases where that was just game anyway. But what do you do? What can you do, right? You play Delver for about the 9th time in your life, and things go suboptimally. So that's how that went. Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's see what their second main phase play is. They have to have found the Atoq Fling by now. I loved that. No, that was awesome. You really got in there in the thick of it. Somebody, like, if you end up sticking around, the person that like tunes in to the matches, I almost think we Spellstutter right now. The person that tunes into like a later match, if you're still here, I'll be like joking about how you don't play Magic and they won't get it, and they'll be like, is he making fun of that person? So maybe I should cut down on the... Daggers. Okay, play land, pass turn. Well... Okay, that was brutal. How many turns in a row was that, man? No, I won't. I refuse. I refuse to bully you. You did a really good funny. For what, Kirk? For honor. For love. Do you know what we really need now is that Links to the Past special, Dust to Dust, out of the sideboard. Okay, we'll flash in Spellstutter on attacks. Oh, 4 land in a row. Yeah, great. Sometimes I don't count, because sometimes the salt gets to me, and then my doctor's like, hey, Jeff, you should stop sitting at a computer for your entire life and consuming so much salt by playing against decks like Affinity twice in a row. Okay, there we go. Staying alive. Like the Bee Gees wanted, just like the Bee Gees intended. Just like Richard Bee Gee intended. Okay, we're at 2. We've got no plays in hand. There's another 4/4. I'm pretty. It's just over, I think. No. Why? Why?
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh heavens. GG's opponent. Woo. Good night, Affinity.